welcome back to my channel. Today's video is featuring my little broke best friend, Miss Kaylee Grace, because she's sleepy and she always wants to take naps and be really clingy when mommy wants to work or make a video. So she's sitting here with me right now trying to keep her calm. I'm going to try to hurry and make this video so I can get her down for her nap. But today's video is basically talking about kind of like some tips and tricks of being an entrepreneur. Going through a few mistakes that I made first starting out, just kind of talking a little bit about how I started out and everything. I'm going to try to make it pretty quick because for whatever reason, YouTube still will only allow me to upload 15-minute videos. I can't make them any longer. So I'm going to try not to drag this out too much. But I first start, also, disclaimer, I am by no means an expert, I guess, on being an entrepreneur, running your own business. Like, you can take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm not giving you like solid like advice or anything. I'm just going over some mistakes that I made starting out, things that I've learned. Like, the main thing that I can say, like, to start out this video, if you want to become an entrepreneur, be your own boss, make sure you know what you're doing. You do your research. Like, you can't just jump in. You're gonna have to do your research. So I'm gonna like start off with that. I first started my business in 2014, a year after I graduated high school. My mom helped me start. She gave me like the initial funding and everything. And like every week when she would get off of work, get her paycheck, whatever, she was taking me to Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, wherever I needed to go to get my supplies to start working on my items. And she taught, like, I used to feel bad, like, no, you're spending all this money and I haven't made any sales, da, da, da. But she told me, like, you know, you want to be your own boss, you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to spend money to make money. If you are trying to run your own business, you cannot be afraid to spend that money in the beginning. It's going to suck in the beginning because that's when you spend the most money. You have to get product, doing your research, you know, trial and error. If you're like me and you do like handmade items and stuff, you have to figure out, you know, what's your right ratios for mixing. Like, whatever you're doing, it's going to be trial and error. You're going to feel like you're wasting a lot of money, but it's going to help you in the future know exactly what it is that you're doing to help you get better. Like, you don't want to just start off and you're selling like the first things that you make because they're not going to be that great. Or even if you're doing like a cosmetic line or like hair or something, you're going to have to go through some trial and error. You're going to have to do your research. You're going to have to spend some money and test your products. You can't sell people things that you have not tested out yourself. And you can't, because you won't be able to honestly say like how your product is, how it holds up over time. You know, your makeup, does it break your skin out? Is it dry? Is it greasy? Your hair, does it shed a lot? You know, so even down to clothes and everything, like, does it shrink? Do they rip easily? Are they thin? You have to test out your own product. That I cannot stress that enough. Test out your own products. I make phone cases and stuff, and like t-shirts and everything. I test out my own products. I have a phone case here that I made for myself, but because I have to test out my products, I have to know how well this can hold up if I drop it, whatever. And that's how I learned with these cases. I don't use these cases anymore because they don't protect your phone. People, yeah, it's cute, but like, people want protection for their phones too. So now I only use, this is a bad example because this is old, but I use like these like bumper cases. I have one under my desk, but it's gonna be too much to try to get it right now with hair. But I use these I made pop socket, by the way. You can go to my website. It'll be in the bio. But I use these cases because now they're cute. I can provide the fashion, the style, whatever that my customer wanted. Plus, I'll be able to give the protection that they also want with their phone. So that's what I'm saying. Test your products. Another thing is like research. I'm gonna go back on that again because a lot of people, they just want to hurry up and be an entrepreneur and have their own business and be their own boss without putting in the time, without putting in the work, without doing the research and everything that's necessary. Oh, mama, you're sleepy. You have to do your research. If you're going to if you're going to like say buy from a vendor or anything, do your research. Make sure you talk to that vendor. Make sure you know how long they've been in business. Ask them if they do samples. Once you get in your samples or whatever quantity that you buy from them, once again, test your product. Don't send out crap that you don't know anything about, because that's how you're gonna get bad reviews. You're gonna have people not wanting to come back to you. Like, even if it's one person, that one person makes a difference, because they can go and tell one person, and that one person may tell 5 people, and those 5 people, so forth and so on. So do your research and everything. Test your product. Like this, I don't have like any notes or anything. This does just kind of top of my head. I was thinking about this video last night while I was working on a couple of orders. But another thing that is really important is hugely important is branding. You want people to look at your stuff and be like, oh, that's Persons by Patrice. And that's something that I am working on right now. I'm currently trying to rebrand my stuff. When I was first starting out, I was just graduating high school, so I still had a really kiddie mind kind of. And so like my business cards, everything was like cute and frilly, but it didn't really tell you what I did. It was like, hey, here's my name, here's my email address. You had absolutely no idea what I did based on just my business cards. So you want to make sure you're branding. If you can, create your own logo and try to keep it consistent. You don't want it super flashy, super busy personally, unless that's just your style for your business. If that's your theme, like my theme, I'm trying to go towards more of I like pink, so like pinks are like a soft pink and like rose gold colors, white, pinks, rose gold. That's the theme that I want to go with. So when you see my logo, see my business card, see my stickers, my labels, whatever, oh, that's Personals by Patrice. And then I also have you can't really like tell what they say on this camera because I can't really maneuver right now, but I have these little acrylic tags. I put them on most of my phone cases if they're like this kind of a charm. They go on my jewelry, on my keychains, and it just says shop ep.1 which is my Instagram handle, Personals by Patrice Deco. So you want to brand your stuff, and don't let anyone tell you, oh, I don't want that tag. Well, if you don't want it, don't buy it. Brand your stuff. Don't be afraid to put your name on your stuff. It doesn't have to be huge or big. Like on my tumblers, I put it on the bottom of the cup. On my rolling trays and stuff, I put them on the bottom. This one's not finished yet, so it's not there. So most of the time you're gonna see it somewhere on it. You're gonna see it and you're gonna know this came from Personals by Patrice. I was at first making my own logos, and I realized that I'm crafty, but everything's just not my thing. So I have recently started doing research to let someone make my logo for me. And it's going to be something just like really simple, probably just like, Personals by Patrice, whatever. Something really simple, but that goes with my theme, and that I can use on my items, and it looks professional. It's, well made and everything. I'm trying to think what else. I'm probably going to end up most likely going to make an episode 2 of this video where it's more organized. I'm going to go in, to more depth about certain things. I'm going to start doing these in sections. I don't know if I would call it sections, but I'm definitely going to do another video because I didn't realize this one is almost at 10 minutes. Another big mistake that I made in the beginning is not testing out my packaging before I shipped things. So like I would make something new and then I'm like, oh, okay, time to package it and send it off. But I didn't know how to package things. I didn't know how to use like the post office. I didn't know anything about shipping prices. Like I didn't do research on that at all. So make sure you do your research on your shipping, do your math and figure out, what's gonna work best for you and your customers. And make sure you and presentation is everything. I personally like getting a really pretty box that's like well packaged and everything. So I'd wrap like a lot of my stuff in like tissue paper. I have tissue paper. I have little confetti that I put in there. I have my business cards that go in there. I have these like little organza bags that I use, and I'll probably end up making another video about how I package my orders and what they look like going out, like different things. So packaging, make sure your stuff, if it's fragile, make sure you package it up so it's not gonna break and everything. And I think the last thing that I'm gonna touch on in this video, which is super, super, super important, like right there with your branding, is making profit. Yep, I think that's gonna be the last thing. But making profit, do not cut yourself short. I recently, I went through like all of my items, everything that I offer, and I was cutting myself short. I was barely making a profit. Like, I was spending so much money on this stuff and not making a profit at all. So make sure you're going through and you're looking at like the price of goods, how much it costs to buy your items, the time it takes you to make your stuff or prepare your stuff if you're not making handmade things, whatever, the time it takes you to work, and make sure you're giving yourself an hourly wage. Like, you're thinking, like, you want to have the mindset that if you're working a regular job while doing your business on the side, have your mindset like, okay, what would I want to be getting paid yearly by doing only this? And pay yourself that an hour. Don't cut yourself short. Don't cut your prices. You know, make sure you do your math and everything to where you're being able to cover your supplies, and make sure you're paying yourself. Don't let anyone complain about your prices and tell you, oh, that's too high, or I can go to this person, they'll do this, or I can go to this store, or whatever. If they say that, let them go. Go order it from them then. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't be coming to me trying to get my product. That means that they like your stuff and they're trying to cut you short. Family, friends, all of that, they need to pay. They're trying to cut you short and they don't want to pay for your product. And that's not fair that people have like the audacity to do that. They'll come to you and be like, oh, I really like this. And, you know, say you may offer something for $35, but they only want to give you $15. No, you're not getting my product. And on to the next person. You're not going to get every sale. You're not going to please every customer, but your goal needs to be to please every customer. Try to have the best prices for your product. Make sure you're paying yourself, and try to just be the best business owner that you can be. Be as professional as possible, but do not sell yourself short. I did that so many times. I used to be afraid to put a price on my things because I was like, oh, they're not gonna buy. Trust me, those sales are gonna start coming in. Some people are gonna like your stuff, some people won't. And that's okay. Don't let it get you down in the beginning when you're not making as much as you want, selling as much as you want. Don't let that, you know, permanently get you down. Just in that time when you're not selling as much, start thinking in your mind, what can I do to improve? What can I do to improve my branding? How can I improve my, my social media? Because it's 2020, y'all. Social media is everything. I'm currently trying to like stay up on my Instagram and revamping and, taking better pictures and stuff, because social media is everything. And that's free advertisement. So yes, use your social media, use those hashtags, and just try to be the best business owner that you can be. Just do whatever you can. Research, branding. Like, I am definitely gonna make another one of these videos because I'm kind of passionate about it now. So just do it to the best of your abilities. If you guys have any questions or like videos like these, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know so I can keep doing them. Someone I think is hungry. So I'm gonna end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I wish you all the best of luck with your businesses and your entrepreneurship. And I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.